Perhaps right now you are burning the midnight oil with coffee as your companion, pulling an all-nighter for an important exam or a project that has you at your wit's end. In this age that prizes speed and efficiency, we often mistakenly believe that cutting back on sleep is a sprint toward our goals and even wear it as a badge of honor for hard workers. But here at Quiet Minds Universe, we want to gently remind you the moment you try to trade sleep for time through this kind of self-glorified deprivation, the channel through which your brain receives new knowledge has already quietly closed. Scientists have discovered that sleep isn't only essential after learning. For consolidating what we've learned, it's equally indispensable before learning. Deep inside our brains is a region called the hippocampus. It acts like a temporary inbox for short-term memory, like a dry sponge, ready to absorb new information. A research team at UC Berkeley once conducted a brain scanning study and found that after just one night of missed sleep, the brain's capacity to take in new memories drops by as much as 40%. That 40% gap is often the entire difference between breezing through something and hitting a wall at every turn. Because sleep deprivation is like pre-soaking that sponge, the hippocampus, until it's already saturated, or forcing the memory inbox to be locked shut. Any new information you try to take in during the day is simply bounced back. So those sleepless late-night study sessions are more often than not an extraordinarily inefficient form of self-depletion. More than that, sleep plays an even more profound role in how we come to understand the world. When we fall into deep, restful sleep, entering the non-REM stage, the brain produces a remarkable rhythmic brainwave, accompanied by spectacular bursts of electrical activity. Scientists call them sleep spindles. These brainwaves work like tireless nighttime movers, activating a kind of magical transfer mechanism that continuously shifts the knowledge we work so hard to gather during the day, from the fragile reservoir of short-term memory into the cerebral cortex for permanent storage. Sleep doesn't just clear fresh space for your brain tomorrow, it also quietly presses save on everything you worked for today. Many people hold on to a quiet hope: I'll push through and cram tonight, and once the exam is over or the weekend comes, I'll sleep in for 2 days and make it all back. But a landmark study from Harvard revealed a truth that's easy to overlook. If you don't sleep well on the very first night after learning something new, then no matter how much catch-up sleep you get in the days that follow, you have permanently lost the opportunity to truly consolidate those memories. Sleep is not a bank account you can overdraw. You can't let the debt accumulate and expect to repay it all with interest later. Its influence on memory is all or nothing. There is no room for negotiation. Beyond storing memories, sleep is also the ultimate incubator of inspiration and creativity. When we enter the dreaming stage, the brain lets down the tight logical defenses it maintains during the day and stops following the step-by-step logic of everyday common sense. Instead, the dreaming brain loves to take shortcuts, searching for the most distant, most unexpected connections between pieces of information. It's a kind of miraculous informational alchemy. Just like the Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev, after days and nights of obsessive attempts to figure out the pattern underlying the arrangement of elements, hitting one dead end after another, it was precisely in the dream that came to him in a state of sheer exhaustion that he saw a perfect periodic table. Every single element dropped precisely into its rightful place in the dream. His dreaming mind completed the ultimate puzzle that his waking mind could not. So when your thinking feels stuck, and repetition alone no longer seems able to bring a breakthrough, give yourself permission to stop. We often say practice makes perfect, but that's actually only half the truth. Grinding it out while awake isn't enough on its own. The real pattern is practice, plus sleep, makes perfect. Many musicians have had similar uncanny experiences. Stuck late at night on a complex passage they keep getting wrong, they go to sleep frustrated, and the next morning, when they sit back down at the piano, they find they can play it through flawlessly. Tonight, instead of anxiously working through one more set of practice problems, or forcing yourself through yet another revision of your plan, close the laptop a little earlier, dim the bedroom lights, go to bed and rest easy. Leave what's left to your sleep spindles, and let your dreams search for the answers your waking mind couldn't find. At Quiet Mind's Universe, guard your own inner order. Good night.